Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. We have a lot of news to deliver to you this evening, so let's get started. First up, we're following breaking news. Multiple lanes on I 95 South closed in Greenland because of car fire. Let's take a look at some viewer video from a viewer that saw that car fire. Let's take a look. Okay, that was a video taken from a viewer driving on the other side of the highway. Multiple southbound lanes of Interstate 95 in Greenland were closed Monday afternoon because of a car fire. Traffic delays are being reported on I-95 in the area of the crash. Backups are building back into Maine, officials said. All lanes were initially closed after the car fire, but the right lane is now getting by as of 3 p.m. All other lanes remain closed. Roads are typically busy on Columbus Day as travelers headed back from their holiday destinations. There was no word on what caused the fire or if there are any injuries. This is a developing story. Stay tuned as we get more information into our newsroom. Gas system overpressurized in part of Warburn. Hundreds of meters shut off. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get started, get started, get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Everybody, my name is Scott Galvin. I'm the mayor of the city of Woburn. To the right of me is Captain Robert Rufo, and to the left of me is Chief Stephen Adgate from the fire department, and we have Christine Milligan. She's from National Grid. I just want to give you a little bit of an overview of what happened today, and then I'm going to turn it over to Christine, and she'll give you a step-by-step about what's going to take place from here on in. So earlier today, while they were on routine maintenance on the main gas line up the street, there was an introduction of gas into the line, a surge of gas, more than normal. It was immediately picked up by National Grid. They shut down the gas line to the surrounding area, which is about 3 miles long. It impacts about 300 houses. As I said, they immediately shut down the gas line. They mobilized here with well over 100 National Grid crews. They went out door to door to the 300 impacted homes, shut off the gas on the outside, and then they'll be talking to any of the residents that are home at that time, and then reevaluating what can be done. I just want to stress right now there's absolutely no harm to anybody, any of the 300 impacted homes or anybody else in the city of Woburn. Everybody is safe. Right now we're waiting for the lines to be reevaluated. And again, I'm going to turn it over to Christine, and she'll talk about what the plan is from here. But you know, Chief Adgate responded very quickly from the fire department, as well as Captain Rufo and all the members of the police department. So I want to thank them for their rapid response. And again,
Okay, and that is some of the video from the press conference from the mayor of Warborn. Hundreds of gas meters are being shut off in Warborn after an inundated, overpressurized of natural gas disturbance system in the area, according to National Grid. Police and National Grid reported the pressure increase in the system, but said no homes are being evacuated at this time. The utility said delivery system to the 300 homes in the area was shut down as a precaution. National Grid said their personnel are going home to check and detect gas systems. In the situation where residents are not home, the utility said they will make entry with police and a locksmith to ensure the systems are off and safe. The system will be checked and re-energized before crews return to every home in the affected area to relight customers' appliances. Since June, more than 1,200 gas workers have been locked out in a labor dispute with National Grid. The utility said the cause of Monday's pressure spike will be investigated, but the crews involved in the work were management employees. Last week, the Department of Public Utilities said it had found 29 instances of possible gas pipeline safety violations, according to the State House News Service. That includes drilling holes directly over a gas main, a manhole left open overnight, and improper investigation of gas leaks. Dozens of homes and businesses were damaged in Andover, Lawrence, and North Andover last month when gas pressure spiked in a disturbance system operated by Columbia Gas spiked, causing fires and explosions. That disaster caused 1 death and 25 injuries. And we will keep you updated on this story. Police identify woman found dead in storage unit. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8, Jim Keithley.
It's time to make your camping dreams come true. At Lee's Family Trailer Sales and Service, we have the largest selection of RVs in the state, with over 60 new fifth wheels, stocking only the top sellers. Our expert sales team will get...
well, good afternoon. So police were called to the Rochester Self-Storage, which is just off South Main Street, the main drag here in town, behind the Walgreens, early Sunday morning. When they got here, one of these doors to the self-storage units was open, and there was a body inside. Now, the police have identified the woman as 45-year-old Jessica Perslow of Rochester. The Attorney General's office is investigating. Authorities won't say who was renting the storage unit at this point. Police are looking for any witnesses or anyone who may have had any contact with Perslow in the last several days or so to give them a call. Also, anyone who may have seen anything suspicious in and around this storage facility Saturday night, they want to hear from you as well. We understand that police are inside right now going over surveillance footage. We'll stay on this and we'll bring you an update beginning at 4. For now, I'm Jim Keithley, reporting live from Rochester, New Hampshire, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and we will keep you updated on that story as well. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you this Monday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the red and went down. S&P 500 closed in the red and went down. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow rises for the first time in 3 days, but gains capped aimed fear of high rates. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose for the first time in 3 days on Monday, but its gains were kept in check as investors continued to fret over a sharp rise in interest rates. Mandatory evacuations ordered as Hurricane Michael moves closer to Florida. Hurricane Michael was upgraded from a tropical storm as it churks in the Gulf Coast and is forecast to become a major Category 3 storm when it makes landfall in Florida Panhandle later this week. Already a Category 1 hurricane with sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, Michael is traveling north at a rate of 7 miles per hour. Florida Governor Rick Scott has now declared a state of emergency in 35 counties ahead of Michael's predicted landfall on Wednesday. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has mobilized resources from the federal government to assist with preparation. ABC News, owner of NY Limo, was an FBI informant. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC 7NY.
Topping the news at this hour, Governor Cuomo saying the driver in that horrific limo crash that killed 20 people in upstate New York did not have the appropriate driver's license to be operating that vehicle. And the stretch limo failed a DMV inspection last month and was not supposed to be on the road.
Okay, and there you go on that update. And also, the registered owner of the limousine that crashed in New York, killing 20 people, used to be an FBI informant, ABC News is reporting. Also, Shahad Hussain testified as part of 2 terrorism cases, including a 2009 sting operation that disrupted an alleged plot to bomb a Bronx Sango. The other case was out of Albany, involved terrorism financing. Hassan became an informant in 2002 after he was arrested on fraud charges while working for a state DMV. And we will keep you updated on that story as well. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night, everyone. Bye.